Hello, I'm Linda from Barlates Body Blitz, and here's little Minnie in her box bed. Today we're doing another walk and talk, so a coffee walk and talk. So it's going to be a very easy kind of walking, stepping style while I am chatting to you about all different things. So it's not really a workout as such, it's more just keep on moving and get some extra steps in while you listen to me rabbiting on about what I'm going to rabbit on about. So I'm going to actually set my timer because I don't want to make it too long, and I'm going to check my step count so that I see how many steps we have been doing by the time we finish. I'm going to go for about 20 minutes just to give you a rough framework. And first of all, I'm going to ask you, how did you enjoy the You Build Challenge? So it's finished now, it's been finished for a little while, 18 workouts total. I had some really good feedback from you guys, mixing and matching the workouts to suit your schedule and your fitness level. And I definitely want to hear from you if you haven't piped up to see whether you enjoyed that format, because it will give me an idea of whether to do another similar challenge in the future. I know that some of you prefer longer workouts, others prefer shorter ones. So I want to make sure I cater to everyone. So whenever I do something like a challenge, please let me know. Let me know in the comments what you liked, what you didn't like, what you'd like to see more of. The other thing I have been doing a lot of lately, as you would have seen, is walking workouts. We're just going to switch it up and go side to side with a little step touch. Actually, let's make it faster because that was a weird, slow step touch. So yes, as I have said in some other coffee talks, and in some of my walking workouts, I'm a bit obsessed with it lately. And I did mention that I switched up my my sitting desk to a standing desk so that I can walk at my desk. And I don't always walk, sometimes I just stand there because I have to focus. But I try to, as much as possible, just keep like a really steady kind of small walk in place like that while I'm working. And the great thing about that is I've been clocking up around 8,000 extra steps a day. I was never one to track my steps in the past, but I thought let's be an experiment of one and see what happens, if there's any changes. And there has been quite a few interesting changes, and I've only been doing it for, I think it's been about a month. I'm going to have to look back at when I first started and let you know. But yeah, in about a month, the things I have definitely noticed, let's go heel in front, is I haven't been sitting pretty much the whole day. So when you're used to sitting at a desk and now you've got this standing desk and there's nowhere to sit down to, have your cup of tea while you're working, and all of those things, it just makes you so much more conscious of being active and of not sitting down as much. So yeah, pretty much the whole day until I've done all my work, I don't really sit down much. And that is the reason why I have now been able to clock up close to 18,000 to 20,000 steps a day, which is a lot more than what I was used to. Which comes to a point that I want to make. I'm going to share with you some things that I've noticed personally, but I want you to realize that this is a change that I made, and not everyone is going to see the same results, butt kick, because they're different people, they have different lifestyles, they've been exercising differently. So everyone is totally different. So I'm sharing this with you just because that's what I have noticed, but please don't think, oh, I need to change my desk to a standing desk. I need to do X amount extra steps a day and then I'm going to get the same results. Because unfortunately, it doesn't quite work like that. So many factors involved. But for me, interestingly enough, just from walking more, not changing anything else for my diet, my other exercise that I do, any lifestyle changes, I have noticed that this stubborn belly fat that I got because when I got sick with topical steroid withdrawal, my hormones were all messed up, and it was, I believe, cortisol-based hormonal belly fat. And it wasn't a huge amount, so people are going to go, what belly fat? But for me, it was more than I pretty much had my entire life, so it was bothering me. Let's go 2 steps across. I'm just gonna move this timer. Sorry, Minnie. Sorry, little girl. She doesn't like noises near her when she's sleeping. She gets a little bit annoyed. So yeah, so that is the only thing I changed was the walking. And I noticed finally the stubborn belly fat that I used to have this little roll here from wearing, when you wear like tight clothing, jeans or whatever, I'd have this little tiny roll. It was only a small roll, but it was enough of a roll to annoy me. So back to step touch. So that is actually going. It's not fully back to what it was before I got sick, but it's nearly there. So I'm just so stoked that simply walking more has done this for me. What else can I tell you about walking? The other thing I noticed is, and this is something that I've got a theory on, and I haven't really done any research about the science behind it, but I've noticed that I'm just thinking more creatively. I'm problem solving more creatively. And I don't know whether that is because when you're up and moving around, you kind of are more aware of everything, right? When you're sitting down, it's almost like you're in this safe sloth mode. Okay, let's push across. So it's like, sitting down, relaxing. Our forefathers back in the hunter-gatherer days, if you're sitting down by the fire, relaxing, nothing going on, it's almost like, your brain doesn't have to really think so much and everything's chill. But when they were walking around, hunting, looking for nuts, gathering, scanning their environment for new potential places to shelter, they were always on like high alert. So my theory is that when you're moving a lot more, your brain is just more active, and therefore you can start to see problems or solutions to problems more readily than if you're just sitting there, right? So if anyone knows the science behind this or has noticed this, let me know. But I have noticed that in the last month or so, I have made let's go back step to the corner. I have made so many more better decisions to do with my business, to do with relationships, to do with many areas in my life. I've just been able to problem solve so much more easily. So that's another thing that I noticed simply from moving more. Apart from that, I enjoy it. I'm actually enjoying this really simple cardio, putting on some fun music and not worrying what I look like, dancing around a bit and just enjoying just walking. And even when you have a step counter, of course it can become a bit obsessive for some people, so I don't recommend it for everyone. People that tend to have, obsessive compulsive type personalities, let's go across and across. They might not do well with counting steps, but for me it's kind of just more of a fun challenge that if by the end of the day, or even if you have markers throughout the day, by the middle of the day, I'm a lot less than I was, say, the day before, I might just quickly put on a 1,500 step workout, or even just put on some music and do my own stepping for 1,500 steps to catch up. And it's so easy. 1,500 steps you can do in 10 minutes, maybe 12 minutes, depending on the pace you go at. So it's actually super easy to increase your steps. Even while you're in the kitchen cooking, you can be walking on the spot. You don't need to stand. Anything you do standing, pretty much, you can do walking, okay? So that's my secret to you. Let's go 2 steps across. So, something I want to chat about in terms of the walking workouts that I've been putting out on YouTube. You would have noticed that the last series was the walk off belly fat series, and maybe that was like a, a premonition that it was actually going to help me walk off belly fat. I knew all the science behind it and that it should work, but I didn't think it would work so well, to be honest, and it really did. So I'm glad that I can stand behind what I said in the title of those workouts because they really did help walk off my belly fat. So with those ones, a lot of them, especially the longer ones, were a walk and talk. Now the walk and talk is not everyone's cup of tea, I have come to see. And I do get that. Sometimes when you do a workout, you just want to zone out, listen to the music. Let's change this to a grapevine. And you don't necessarily want to hear someone going on and on about a topic. That's why in the title of any of my walking workouts where I do talk about something, it says walk and talk. Now for anyone who does not want to do a walk and talk, you have two options. Either choose a workout or an instructor who does not talk while they walk, or choose a workout that does not have walk and talk in the title, or mute me and put on your own playlist. I have absolutely no problem with that. If you don't want to hear me yabbering on, and especially if you want to do the workout again and you've already heard everything I had to say, then just mute me and put on your favorite playlist. Okay, so there's 3 options for you if you don't like all the excessive talking. But I hear you people, and I am going to deliver to you more walking workouts without the talking aspect. Now, that is not to say that I will not be doing more with talking, especially these coffee talks. We need to be doing something else here. We've done that one a bit too long. Let's push across and across. So there will definitely still be walking and talking workouts. And I want to hear from you below in the comments, what do you want me to talk about? I can talk about many different things. I need topics, people, because I want to know what you're interested in. But when you look at some of the shorter workouts that I am going to be putting out, this is fast. Let's just sit here, do a little heel lift and a little punch for this fast song. So the Feel Good Walk, for example, series is going to be louder music, much less talking, just a little bit of cueing, and a lot more time to enjoy. Okay, so if you don't want the talking at all, then the Feel Good Walk series is going to be for you. What else is coming up apart from walking? The Ankle Weight 30 series has been in progress, 2 more workouts coming up. For my members, the Cardio Bar series has been in progress, 2 more workouts coming up. Then we'll be doing a walk and sculpt for members, which is going to be all different step workouts with a walking section and then finally finishing with a short sculpt. Let's go overhead. Maybe bring it in and pump the heels and punch overhead. So that's coming up for my members. Then for my regular YouTube channel, I've got the Feel Good Walk, and then I've got a 15-minute series. And that series is going to be 15-minute workouts of all different things. You can tell me what you want in those 15-minute workouts. There's going to be ankle weight workouts, there's going to be mat workouts, there's going to be total body, there's going to be a single body part. Tell me what you want and I will deliver. I can pretty much go on with a 15-minute series forever if you give me enough material to work with. But I also know that you guys like, let's go out, in, that you guys like longer workouts as well. So I will be doing longer ones as well. I've still got so many up my sleeve. I'm filming so many different series at the moment because I keep getting ideas and then starting something and then getting a new idea and then starting something else and then remembering I've got to finish the other one. So lots coming up, lots of fun stuff coming up. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is the Cardio Bar series is a series of 60-minute workouts and it's pretty epic. It's definitely one of those ones where I've poured a lot of stuff, a lot of heart and soul into it, right? Other leg first. So if you're not a member, basically you can access it as part of my Barlates exclusive membership, which has hundreds of workouts that are not free on YouTube. It's $14.99 a month, Australian dollars, which I think is like, is it $10.99 or something, US, or $9.99? It's going to be different in each currency around the world. But if you have never tried the membership, you can just do it for a month. Try out all of these epic workouts like the comprehensive series, which is also 60-minute workouts, the new cardio bar series. Try them out, and if you like it, continue. And if you don't, then just keep it to that 1 month. Otherwise, if you wanted to try any of these series that are not free on YouTube, you can buy them as well. You can buy the downloads, and you can buy them on DVD from various places, all of which I've listed in the description below. Okay, let's go knees up. So I just wanted to let you know that, because a lot of people will be seeing the trailers on the YouTube channel thinking, what the heck, I don't want to sign up for the membership, but I really want to try these workouts. So they are available, and they're only $3.99 Australian dollars per workout. So an entire series is actually discounted at $11.99 Australian dollars for 4 full-length workouts. That's pretty cheap, guys. You're not going to find any other instructor that I know of producing 60-minute workouts for $3.99 Australian. So help me out, guys. I'd love to have your support. So if you want to, just use the links below and you can purchase them. The other thing I wanted to mention is I have this new super thanks thing on my channel, and I thank you so much for those people that have already given me some thank yous. It's basically a way to show support by donating X amount. You can donate however much you want, how little or how much you want, and it comes up with a little kind of logo next to your name when you give the thanks, and you get some special little cartoony emojis that come up during the video when you give the thanks. So it's just a cute little way that YouTube has given for viewers to appreciate their favorite instructors or favorite YouTubers across the board. Okay, let's go back to side step. Deep breaths. So I think I've nearly finished. This is the third last 60-second interval. I haven't really been looking at the intervals. I've just been kind of going and going. But it basically means we've got like less than 3 minutes left. And the last thing I want to ask you guys is, let's go out in. Do you want a monthly calendar? So I have got my weekly rotations on the channel where I've got nearly 50 weeks worth of 5-day rotations using all of my free YouTube content. So go check that out if you haven't seen it before. Just go to my main channel page and go down and you see weekly rotations in the playlist. Do you want a monthly rotation that I change each month? I know some instructors do that. I've never done it before, but hey, if you guys want it, let me know. And I will consider doing it when there's enough people that pipe up that say, yes, I'd love a monthly rotation. I know a lot of people mix and match workouts between different instructors, and I do that myself as well, so other leg first. So I'm not going to kind of put out a monthly rotation of purely my workouts if that's not what people really want. But definitely let me know. And apart from that, please subscribe. I checked my analytics the other day, and 59% of people that watch my workouts don't subscribe. So I don't know what's going on there. If it's one of you guys, please just hit the button right now and subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost anything, and it really just, let's go prancing in place again, it really just boosts the overall status of my channel to have more subscribers. So I would really appreciate that. Also, please leave me comments. Let's go up and down with the arms, finishing strong. Leave me comments, people. I'd love to hear from you guys. I always like it when I hear someone say that they've been following me for years and they never really commented, and then finally they've let me know how they have been using my workouts, what results they're getting, and all of that good stuff. It really gives me lots of motivation when you guys get in touch and let me know. Let's change the arms. So please, I'd love to hear from you. Last 30 seconds. Let's go side, side. Little punching up to the side. Finish with a bit of fun. So with these coffee, walk and talk workouts, they're not real workouts as such. because obviously I'm a bit distracted and I'm not kind of heels in front to finish, let the heart rate down, and I'm not kind of focusing on doing the perfect exercise, and I might be going a little bit too long for some exercises, but it's just a way of getting some extra steps in while you're listening to me rattling on. Of course, it's not compulsory. I know I used to sit down and do the coffee talks. So if you really had a hard week, a hard day, and you don't want to move along with me, that's fine too. Now deep breath in. Let's see, where are we up to? So that was 2,300 steps. 2,300 steps in 20 minutes. So it was quite a fast pace, and it was to do with obviously moving your arms. So I tried to do lots of arm movements in there, even though we didn't have a huge amount of variety. But that's 2,300 steps extra that you would not have gotten today. So hopefully it helps you to hit your step target for the day if you have a target. And if you don't, it doesn't have to be anything that you're pedantic about. You can definitely just move more. Just aim to move a little bit more in your day, especially after meals, because that will help with blood sugar and will help you to make sure that your energy levels are more stable. Because when you spike blood sugar and then it comes crashing down, it means that your energy slumps. So walking after meals, if that's the one tip that you take away from today, literally just walk on the spot for 5 minutes after you've eaten, and it will help out a lot. It will probably help with belly fat as well. I haven't done just that experiment, but I'm sure that has really been one of the key factors for me, just walking so much more, especially after meals. Thank you so much for listening to me yabber on once again for over 20 minutes, and I will chat to you very soon. Bye for now.